And we are live. Welcome back to Takes by Fans. We got a great show for you today. As always, we are live every single day at noon Eastern. If you want to watch live, head over to twitch.tv/Takes by Fans. If you want to watch but not live, head over to our YouTube channel, Takes by Fans. We post all of our shows and clips of the show there on a daily basis. And if you just want to listen, we are on podcasting apps, Spotify, Apple Podcasts, Google Podcasts, iHeartRadio. So however you want to watch or listen, we've got you covered multiple ways. Alrighty, today's a big old Sunday. The NFL draft has officially ended yesterday with rounds 4 through 7. So all of our teams, they're done picking. They've got all their picks. They've got all their guys. Did your team improve? Because a lot of teams actually did real well in this year's draft. So that's kind of what we're going to be doing for the next couple of days, grading and kind of breaking down these teams' drafts. We're going to take it division by division, and then at the end, when we assign them the grades, once all the grades are in, then we'll go and evaluate who actually had the best draft and then crown the team that had the best draft, and we'll see how that plays out for this year. So today we're going to be looking at the AFC East, grading all the Bills, the Jets, the Dolphins, the Patriots drafts, giving them a letter grade and seeing how they did. So we've got that today on the show. Breaking down the NBA from last night. Our moneymaker did pretty well last night. We didn't lose any. We hit 3 out of our 4, and then the fourth one was a push. So hey, pushing is better than losing, and we won. So fantastic. And we're going to be looking to double down today on tonight's NBA action. There's a 3:30 game, so we'll get you that as well. Definitely put that in our moneymaker, or we'll try to put it in the moneymaker. It's got to be good value, folks. We got to see some good value. So that's what we've got on the show today. So let's just start here with the stories of the day. In the first one up, some more Aaron Rodgers news, this time coming from Matt LaFleur. So Matt LaFleur reiterated that Aaron Rodgers is, quote, the greatest to ever do it, and we want him back there. There was a follow-up question during the interview. What if he doesn't want to be there? Then Matt LaFleur says this, quote, I can't even take my brain to that spot right now. I just want to do everything in my power to ensure that doesn't happen. I mean, at some point, Matt LaFleur's got to feel fed up with this. I'm not sure how Matt LaFleur feels privately about this Aaron Rodgers matter. Obviously, I mean, you have to say all this publicly. We want Aaron Rodgers back. We need him back. We don't want to go to Jordan Love right now. We still want to kind of get some Aaron Rodgers play because Aaron Rodgers is still great. Nobody's doubting that Aaron Rodgers isn't good. It's just all his baggage and his God complex. And yes, you know, him thinking he's so good and his hyperextended head from that Jeopardy appearance. So Aaron Rodgers is living on top of the world. All of his fans always defend him. A lot of people in the media will always defend him because, you know, he is kind of looked at as the greatest quarterback of all time. But a lot of people are not looking at what just happened, folks. We finally got Aaron Rodgers versus Tom Brady in a playoff game, and nobody wants to kind of admit that Aaron Rodgers floundered a little bit. Now, we're not saying that Matt LaFleur didn't flounder. These wide receivers didn't flounder. We saw the bad decision to go for the field goal there on fourth down. With only like 2 minutes left, down by 8 points. That was done by Matt LaFleur. They should have went for it on fourth down. The drops there on those interception drives and on that kind of goal line drive where Aaron Rodgers was trying to flick it in at some tight spaces that just, unfortunately, those receivers were not able to catch. So yes, everybody had their hand in this, but the fact that Aaron Rodgers, he went on Jeopardy and he allowed that kind of snarky response. Remember in Final Jeopardy, one of the games that he was hosting, one of the contestants kind of said, because he didn't know the Final Jeopardy answer, so he wrote something clever he thought was clever, and then Aaron Rodgers read it out loud and was like, yeah, I don't know why we went for the field goal either, blah, 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 and then I got a big laugh, and it played on Twitter, and it played in the media, and everybody loved it, everybody was eating it up. But at some point, it's like, Aaron Rodgers, can you just like hush up at some point this offseason? Can you just get to the work? Can you get to the grind? Because it's we're going 13-3 every single season. We're getting to the NFC Championship game. At some point, it's the guys on the field. It's the leader on the field that has to go and make all the plays. And yes, like we said, we saw some drops and some missed opportunities by these receivers in this NFC Championship game. We're not like giving these receivers no fault, but Aaron Rodgers, he's elevated, folks. Like we say, everybody talks about him as one of the greatest quarterbacks of all time. Coming into last season, everybody was saying, he was definitely top 1 or 2 of greatest of all time. Now after the Tom Brady loss, I think there's no way you can put him at number 1, but I'll let y'all do what y'all want to do. But at some point, Aaron Rodgers just has to put all the nonsense aside, all the distraction aside, all of his great talent and his inflated ego aside, and go out and make those great plays that only the greatest of all time can do. Go and squeeze it in there with like a 0.001% chance of success if you're just kind of breaking it down analytically, but he has to go and make that 0.001% throw for the score, for the touchdown, for the first down. He has to do that because he is regarded as one of the greatest quarterbacks of all time. We've got Tom Brady going to 10 Super Bowls, winning 7, and we don't see him complaining about, the Patriots never getting great offensive receivers or anything like that. He always put his nose to the grindstone, always got it done, always came up in the clutch and won those games, won those Super Bowls over and over and over and over and over and over and over again. I think that was 7. If it was 6, we'll add one more. But Aaron Rodgers, it's excuse after excuse after excuse after excuse, and I'm just kind of fed up with it now. Yes, Aaron Rodgers great. Yes, he's a great talent. Yes, his arm is great. Yes, his leadership is good. I want to say good because I don't really like all these comments that we're seeing every single off season about Aaron Rodgers, him not wanting to be with the Packers anymore every single season. Oh my God, they drafted my replacement last season. I'm going to go sulk around. And I get it. You can sulk around, but you're the greatest of all time. That's not how the greatest of all time does it. The greatest of all time says, all right, I'll go out and do it. They're still disrespecting me. I'm going to go out and prove it even harder and make that 0.001% success throw probability and go out and make that because I am the greatest of all time. So Matt LaFleur here definitely wants Aaron Rodgers back publicly. Don't know how he feels about Aaron Rodgers privately because at some point it's just going to be like, you know what? Let's just cut our ties, man. I'm over this dude. I'm over this man. He's always kind of throwing us under the bus. He's always, going in the media and talking ill about the Packers and us and doesn't want to be here. So let's just get rid of him. Cut off the headache. Yeah, we're going to get some pushback by the fans, but you know what? I'm over it. I'm not coaching this man, and actually I'm going to try and coach even harder now and try to win the Super Bowl without Aaron Rodgers just to prove a point. So this is where we are at with Aaron Rodgers right now. Matt LaFleur wants him back publicly. Aaron Rodgers, we don't even know if those quotes were true or not come draft day, on draft day when, he said he didn't want to be there anymore. But it's just coming to a point now where Aaron Rodgers, he's a lot more bark than bite, folks, and it's unfortunate, but he's only got 1 ring, only's been to 1 Super Bowl. I don't know, man. I don't know. Yes, he's a great talent. Yes, he's got the yards. He's got the longevity stats, all of that. But at the end of the day, he's only got 1 ring to prove for it, while Tom Brady's got 7. You can't even call him the greatest of all time anymore. So I think we're just over it. I'm over it with Aaron Rodgers. We'll see what happens this season. But, man, oh, man, definitely got to look in the mirror, Aaron. It's not all on you, but you can definitely have your ability on the field to kind of, put a little bit of a cover over the bad situation and go out and win it. But he never does it. He never does it. Alrighty, let's move on here to the greatest quarterback of all time news. Here we go. A quarterback that feels kind of confident in his ability, knows the agenda of the organization, so everything is just kind of all rainbows and sunshine over here with the Bucs, while it's all doom and gloom over there with the Packers. But we just saw that the Tampa Bay Bucs drafted Kyle Trask, quarterback from Florida. Now, I don't think he's going to be good at all. I kind of compare him to Mitch Trubisky. So if you want a Mitch Trubisky quarterback, Kyle Trask is your guy. But here we go. Bruce Arians says that Tom Brady has been kept in the loop on the drafting of a quarterback for weeks. He knew Trask was the pick, and Bruce Arians connected with Tom Brady today. This was yesterday. He connected with Brady today, the day that they drafted Kyle Trask, and the quarterback is fired up about the drafting of Jalen Darden. So yes, Tom Brady, he knew this was coming. He's in the loop. This is how organizations should kind of work. Hey, the top guy. Hey, Tom, We know we love you here. You just led us to a ring. Thank you very much. And take your time. You want one more season, 2 more seasons, 3 more seasons, 4 more seasons, 5 more seasons. You just name it. And we got you. We got you, big dog, B dog over here, TB12. We got you, TB. So, but we just want to let you know we are drafting a quarterback because we know and you're not going to be here forever. Father Time. We all know this. You're 40 something. We get it. But we just want to let you know we are taking a quarterback. He will not start over you. He will not challenge you to start. You will start until you are no longer here. But we need a little bit of a replacement, kind of a what is it called? Not a replacement. Damn. I'm blanking on the word, but we're the predecessor, the successor. We're setting up your successor for when you do leave. We don't want to be kind of left high and dry with no backup or just no quarterback option. And Tom Brady's like, oh, thank you for coming to me with this information. I truly appreciate all this transparency over here. I appreciate it. And I've got no problem with the Trask pick. Absolutely. I will love to mentor him. I would love to teach this man because I know there's no way that this mother lover is going to freaking challenge me for the 7 Super Bowls, or should I say 10 Super Bowls, because I'm getting 3 more before I'm leaving Tampa Bay. But I've got no problem. Bring in Trask. You want to bring in Aaron Rodgers? Bring in Aaron Rodgers. I'll teach him how to go out and win a ring. But this is exactly how an organization should be ran. This is why we are now Bucs fans coming into the 2021 season. Bruce Arians is so great, super transparent. Tom Brady's great. He's understanding, and now they get Kyle Trask. So we'll see how he does behind Brady. Seeing if kind of he can learn a lot from Brady, so when his time comes, 3, 4, 5 seasons, if it comes at all, because I don't think he's going to pan out, but kind of like what Aaron Rodgers did under Brett Favre, sitting for 3, 4 seasons, and then when it's his time, he's already good to go. Basically just won right off the rip. I think Aaron Rodgers won right off the rip. No? Let's get that up really quickly here. I know we were knocking on Aaron Rodgers just in that last story, but let's maybe see what we can get here with Aaron Rodgers, because I think as soon as he stepped up into that starting role, he basically started just to win. So 3 seasons sitting, then he went 6-10, but after that 11-5, 10-5, 14-1, 11-5. So basically just winning. And even in that 6-10 season, he threw for 4,000 yards, 28 touchdowns, 13 interceptions on 63% completion percentage. So this man absolutely year 1 getting it done. Unfortunately, didn't translate to wins, but year 2 got the wins with the yards, with the stats, so everything was good. So absolutely, Kyle Trask is on the Aaron Rodgers path, but let's see if Kyle Trask can kind of live up to what Aaron Rodgers has done statistically, which is not that great because it's only 1 Super Bowl, but we'll see what he can do out here. So Tom Brady's cool with it. Bruce Arians told Tom Brady there's no beef, there's no bad blood over here with the Bucs organization. So fantastic to all those involved here. Oh my God, Bruce Arians, man. I know he hasn't won since Tom Brady, but man, oh man, how he's been dealing with these last 3 years of the Jameis Winston saga and getting his kind of coaching staff right. I mean, we've heard during the draft or during the Super Bowl week, when, they were just kind of nitpicking literally every single detail for 2 weeks about every team, that, Bruce Arians has a very diverse coaching staff, black people, white people, women, men, everything. So they literally have everything, all colors, everybody. So that's fantastic. And they all got it done, and they all won, and they all had input. Bruce Arians said, I get input from everybody on my staff. Why would I not? So we know that Bruce Arians is a great coach, never really got the credit that he truly deserves, because just watching Bruce Arians work this last year and a half, it's been absolutely magnificent, folks. And we have to talk about Bruce Arians kind of like how we talk about Andy Reid, of just great coaches. You need a good quarterback in this league to succeed, folks. Bill Belichick without Tom Brady, I don't think they get to 10 Super Bowls, folks. I truly don't, or 9 Super Bowls, because only one, Tom Brady got the 10th with the Bucs, but 9 Super Bowls. I mean, I don't think we can kind of count, Bill Belichick and Tom Brady without each other. You need the good coach, you need the good quarterback, and Bruce Arians finally has a good quarterback now, so he's winning. Andy Reid finally has a good quarterback, so now he's winning. So we definitely got to give give a ton of credit here to Bruce Arians. He's running an impeccable organization, one of the greatest head coaches, I think, of all time, potentially. I really think we have to go that extreme with Bruce Arians because of the drastic turnaround that we saw year one. His coaching staff really all got it done, and he was working with Jameis Winston and was still having decent success, 8-8 seasons with 30 interceptions. Definitely got to give Bruce Arians a lot of credit of how he just handles people in general, and he's able to get Tom Brady another ring here year one. So absolute magnificent by Bruce Arians and Tom Brady. What a team player. Got to respect him. Alrighty. Also during the draft here, the Saints drafted a quarterback. They get Notre Dame quarterback Ian Brook here. So now they got Taysom Hill, Jameis Winston, Ian Brooks here, all going into camp. So let's watch this short highlight package. Only 50 seconds here. We didn't look at this man in our NFL draft prospect countdown. Didn't get to him, unfortunately. But let's see what this man can do, and let's see if he can possibly compete with Jameis Winston and Taysom Hill here for a starting quarterback job. So here we go. Ian Brooks from Notre Dame. Jeez. Here we go. Let's see what this man can do. From about the 30-yard line, right down the center, a little behind the throw. Like, look at this. Look at this. This looks like a little behind, no? He has to go up and kind of catch it behind him. Alrighty. Here we go in the Rose Bowl against Alabama, where he did not have the greatest game, just kind of over the middle, easy open throw right there. Here we go against North Carolina. Anything great? Going deep. Oh, there we go. That's a beautiful ball right there. Holy cow. And in the red zone, back shoulder, one-on-one throw. That was fantastic. High and away, exactly where you need it. Back against UNC, going deep again. And just was able to get it over that second defender. Now we're back in the red zone here. Yes, sir. Ian Brooks over the middle. Wow, that was fantastic. Holy cow. Pinpoint accuracy. Almost basically in triple coverage, but he was able to kind of pinpoint that throw in here. Let's watch this one more time here. You got this linebacker sticking on him. You got the safety over here coming right back over to the ball because he sees that's where the eyes of the quarterback are going. And you got, is that the ref? So double coverage, triple coverage coming, converging down, but he's able to get it in there. That's a fantastic throw. Wow. Whew. Back in the red zone here against Boston College. Keeping his eyes on the pocket. Just look how comfortable he is in the pocket, knowing that there's pressure here, feeling it everywhere, but also keeping his eyes down the field. Alrighty, Ian Brooks winning us over a little bit here. I know it's only 50 seconds of plays, but still, it's not like you're beating out Tom Brady and, Phillip Rivers and, Aaron Rodgers. It's Jameis Winston who threw 30 interceptions and Taysom Hill who played like 4 games last season. So we'll see what this man can do. It's 3 quarterbacks here with the Saints, folks. I would probably rank them right now. Taysom Hill 1, Jameis Winston 2, and this man 3. But we'll see. There's an entire offseason to be had. There's OTAs. There's, practices, all that to get ready. So we'll see who wins these camps. We'll see who is the starting quarterback come the start of the season. But we'll see if Ian Brooks can maybe contend a little bit more than just a rookie quarterback in this league. But we'll see what the Saints do here. But just quarterback depth. They've got 3 of them, and we'll see who wins. Alrighty, and our main man, sir, our main man, Simi Fehoko, wide receiver from Stanford, who we just kind of accidentally stumbled upon. We were looking at Davis Mills, the quarterback from Stanford, in our NFL draft prospect countdown, and we just watched Simi Fehoko catch a couple of balls, and we instantly had to stop watching Davis Mills because he was a little underwhelming, and look at Simi Fehoko, and we absolutely fell in love with this wide receiver, and now he has finally gotten drafted, I believe in round 5, to the Dallas Cowboys. So Dallas Cowboys get a nice 6'3", tall, beefy, murderous wide receiver who will go and deliver that blow. So fantastic to him. Wishing him all the best of luck. And definitely going to be kind of tracking his progress through this season and basically for the rest of his career. Because if we can call, we kind of called this man saying he's going to be very good. And if he pans out to be very good, we'll take a little bit of a check mark there for Takes by Fans. Absolutely. So very well done to Simi Fehoko. Then he goes on Twitter and has this tweet here. It's been written, and then posts a picture of him as a kid with a Cowboys jersey and a Cowboys helmet on. So yes, sir, absolutely. It has been written. written, and I definitely wish this man all the success. A little unfortunate that he went to the Cowboys just because they've got CeeDee Lamb, they've got Amari Cooper at the wide receiver position, so hopefully Simi Fehoko can kind of go and compete there with those guys and try to get some nice playing minutes because he's a definite stud of what we saw. Big, tall wide receiver who's not afraid to deliver the hit and truck people, so you got to give it up for that. So we'll definitely be keeping a close eye on Simi Fehoko this season, but definitely congratulations to this man, truly deserved, and we'll see how he does with the Cowboys. All right, and then we get an article here. I have not read this, but let's see what it's all about here. So here it is, how Urban Meyer is creating a culture for sustained success in Jacksonville. A lot of pressure on Urban Meyer. I know we kind of talked about it in our live draft show last Thursday, the 29th, folks. But yeah, Urban Meyer, not first year of a head coach in the NFL. Highest winning percentage compared to Nick Saban. He's got a better winning percentage in college than Nick Saban did, and we saw what happened with Nick Saban in the NFL. 2 seasons with the Dolphins, lackluster both years, and then he has to kind of go back to college. So Urban Meyer here, a lot of kind of pressure on this man to continue success from college to the NFL. We know it's a different beast. It didn't treat Nick Saban well, so hopefully Urban Meyer can have a better chance here, better success here in the league. Also, we saw him kind of quit college football because of, his health, because he was stressing himself out so much that it was causing, health problems, health concerns for this man. So he retired from coaching in college, but now he's here in the NFL where there's more pressure because we're talking about more money for these teams, more money for these owners. It's the best sport in America, the biggest sport in America. It's the highest level of competitive football that there is. So a lot of pressure on Urban Meyer for that. So let's see how he's creating a culture for sustained success in Jacksonville, because they've never had sustained success in Jacksonville. So if they're thinking that Urban Meyer can come in week 1, year 1 and start winning, it's going to be real interesting. So this is a longer article than I thought it would be. Jeez Louise. But let's see if we get anything here off the rip. We'll try not to spend too much time on this one if we can't find anything interesting. But definitely was not expecting it to be this long. Jeez. But let's see. Alrighty. I probably should have prefaced this article a little bit more, but usually the articles that we read here just kind of, few quotes, and we get to see those and we kind of point them out and look for them really quickly. This is a full-length article, so we may have to go over this tomorrow when, I don't even know, are they even talking about Urban Meyer that much? It's kind of like what the Jacksonville Jaguars have been in their history, just kind of trash. All right, let's see this. We just ran up to a random paragraph here. Let's read this, and then if it's not heading anywhere, we'll leave it. But here we go. Meyer said he found it admirable that Khan, now we're talking about Urban Meyer and Rashad Khan, the owner of the Jags. So here we go. Urban Meyer said he found it admirable that Khan, a man so wealthy, he needs none of the aggravation that goes along with owning an NFL team, wants badly to give Jacksonville something to cheer. Still, there is no mistaking the reality. If Lawrence were not the potential quarterback, and if Khan was not willing to give his new coach so much influence throughout the franchise, it is hard to imagine Meyer would have taken this job. Was this the only NFL job Meyer would have taken? Meyer takes a long time to answer. Quote, I don't know, he said, pausing for several seconds. Good question, he continued before another long pause. How do I answer that one? Because it's kind of true and kind of not true. Pause. I don't think it would have been the only job, he concluded. I think it was the best opportunity. Alrighty, so, okay. We're just kind of going over the history of Urban Meyer here, getting to where he is now. Alrighty, we'll come back to this one maybe tomorrow. I'll read it through and see what's up. I thought it was just going to be something real quick, just kind of bullet points of what he's doing here in Jacksonville. But, we do see just in that one quote alone that, Rashad Khan here, he's like, hey, Urban Meyer, I trust you 100%. I saw what you did at Ohio State. I mean, that needs no freaking introduction of what you did there at the college program. So I trust you. Here's Trevor Lawrence. Go and get this quarterback. Now I'll let you do whatever you want. Whoever you want to draft, go draft him. You want Travis Etienne, go and get him, because that's exactly what he did here there in the second with their second pick. So Urban Meyer, a lot of pressure on them, but let's see what he can do with it this year. Definitely rooting for this man, rooting for Trevor Lawrence, rooting for Travis Etienne, and we'll see if he's able to turn around this very, very lackluster Jacksonville Jaguars team. All right, and then the last story to go over very quickly. We saw yesterday when we were kind of breaking down the Jazz game from yesterday, that was happening yesterday night when we were talking about the game. We saw Donovan Mitchell be a game-time decision, but we get a little bit of an update here. He didn't go yesterday. He was out last night. Donovan Mitchell to miss at least another week, so probably will be out for the rest of the regular season. These teams have about 8 more games left, so probably we'll just get ready for the playoffs, maybe come back the last game, maybe last 2 games just to kind of shore up and get into game rhythm before the playoffs start. But yeah, Donovan Mitchell going to be out for at least another week here, and definitely hurting this Jazz team because they're a little lackluster without him, and definitely without Mike Conley. You got to rely on Joe Ingles, and now this once kind of great, deep Jazz team is a little bit lackluster with Donovan Mitchell out. So we'll see what happens. Like we've said, he is the lifeblood. He is the main energy, the main offensive production. Everything really runs through Donovan Mitchell. He is the really clear floor general on that team. So without him, they've been lackluster scoring the ball. They've been losing games they probably shouldn't have. Haven't been really competitive against the best teams, so definitely going to need Donovan Mitchell back as soon as possible, but that's going to be at least another week. Alrighty, those were all the stories that we needed to go over for today. So let's head over to the NBA, break down the games from last night, do our moneymaker for tonight's action, and then head over to our AFC East, where we will be grading the Bills, the Dolphins, the Jets, and the Patriots draft. We'll be grading their draft. So, alrighty, let's start here. First game up, Pistons and the Hornets, and yes, mother loving sir, LaMelo Ball is back. Bingo, bango, they win no problem. 13-point win, and one of our moneymaker picks as well. Hornets -7. They win by 13. Easy money there, betting on LaMelo Ball, getting it done game 1, and that's exactly what happened. So fantastic to LaMelo Ball, fantastic for us for betting them, and fantastic for the Hornets for getting back on track here with the win. And did they move up at all in the playoffs? They did not. Still kind of 2.5 games out from trying to get up into that 7th seed, but potentially still could get that 6th seed. Celtics at 6 right here. Heat at 7 right now as well, both with 34 wins and 30 losses. So if the Hornets can string together some wins, Heat and Celtics start to kind of skid a little bit, we're talking about this Hornets team not even in the play-in tournament, and that's fantastic. So very well done for the Hornets last night. LaMelo Ball back in the starting lineup. Bingo, bango. Devontae Graham did not play, so a little unfortunate there. Definitely having him come off the bench would have been fantastic, but they still get it done. So here we go. LaMelo Ball at the 1, Terry Rozier at the 2, Cody Martin at the 3, Miles Bridges at the 4, and PJ Washington at the 5. LaMelo Ball, 11 points, 8 assists, 7 rebounds, 1 of 4 from 3, but those 7 rebounds and 8 assists, still getting it done, still stepping up and being that floor general right off the rip. I freaking love this man. Terry Rozier, 29 points, 4 assists, 7 rebounds, 8 of 15 from 3. We love that. PJ Washington, 16 points, 8 rebounds, 2 assists, 3 blocks. Yes, sir. Miles Bridges at the 4, 27 points, 7 rebounds, 4 assists. And then Cody Martin at the 3, 0 points on 0 of 4 shooting, 4 steals, 3 assists, 4 rebounds. Just a little, lackluster in the scoring department. But everybody else in that starting roster definitely got it done. And then look at this bench, folks. Great contribution here Malik Monk also back, coming off the bench. 11 points, 2 assists, 2 rebounds. He shot 2 of 3 from the 3. Bismack Biyombo, 6 points, 9 rebounds, 5 blocks for that man. And let's also shout out Jalen McDaniels, 7 points, 9 rebounds, 2 blocks. We'll take that absolutely all day. He shot 3 of 3 from the field, 100%. So very well done. Everybody got it done in the starting lineup besides Cody Martin. And then all the bench really got it done as well. So an absolute great night here. And they're still even better because Devontae Graham didn't play. Cody Zeller didn't even play. Coach's decision there. But they've got the mother-loving pieces, folks, and they're winning games. And I freaking love this Hornets team, folks. They are back. They're back. Finally. Thank goodness. LaMelo Ball, thank you for recovering from your injury in time before the regular season has ended. And now we're back on track with this Hornets team. Absolutely love them. Alrighty, now let's go to the Pistons now. No Jeremy Grant, unfortunately, for this team. Sadiq Bey, 22 points, 5 assists, 7 rebounds, 5 of 12 from 3, so he had a pretty good night playing the 4. Killian Hayes at the 1, 10 points, 6 assists, 6 rebounds. Josh Jackson at the 2, 5 points, 5 rebounds. He shot 20%. Yikes. 0-5 from 3. Isaiah Stewart at the 5, 9 points, 2 rebounds. So nothing great. Let's quickly shout out Frank Jackson here off the bench. 25 points, 7 rebounds. That was pretty nice. But overall, this Pistons team is very lackluster. We know this. And, without Jeremy Grant, we know they're just a garbage, really garbage team. Alrighty, let's move on to the Warriors and the Rockets. In the first half of this game, it was Warriors playing down to their competition, but then the third quarter came, and that's really where they made their breakout quarter. And this kind of this game went exactly how we call these teams, folks. Golden State plays down to their competition. They got outscored 24-22 in the first quarter, 31-27 in the second quarter against a Houston team. This Houston team is trash, folks. But what do we say about this Houston team? They always truly flounder in one quarter. That's why we've been staying away from them. Even with John Wall was in that starting lineup with Christian Wood back in and Kelly Olynyk, and we were kind of still taking them, but they were kind of biting us in the butt when we were betting them because they would always flounder in one quarter, and that's exactly what happened here in the third quarter. Golden State outscores Houston 39-12, folks, and they go and basically win the game just off that one quarter alone. So both these teams playing exactly how we knew they play, and that's what happened last night. So the Warriors get to win 113-87 over the Rockets. Let's start here with the Warriors. No Kelly Oubre Jr. last night. Once again, another win. They play better without him. They play better when he's off the bench, folks. So Kelly Oubre Jr. is really not making that too much of an impact here on this team. Coming off the bench is exactly where he's the best at. And, sometimes he's not playing, and they still win the games when he's not playing. So I'll let you all come to your own conclusion on that. But Kent Bazemore at the 1, Steph Curry at the 2. So a little bit of a switch up in the lineup. But Kent Bazemore at the 1, 6 points, 3 assists, 9 rebounds. Steph Curry at the 2, 30 points, 5 assists, 6 rebounds, 7 of 17 from the 3. So it really didn't make a difference there of just kind of, shifting them around. Andrew Wiggins at the 3, 20 points, 2 assists, 2 rebounds. And I saw Stephen A. Smith kind of disrespect Andrew Wiggins a couple of days ago, saying that he would kind of, I don't know the exact phrasing, but basically would trade Andrew Wiggins for basically a box of cookies. And it was truly disrespectful. He is basically the third most consistent player on this team. Steph 1, Draymond Green number 2, because they've been there for so long. And then Andrew Wiggins 3. Andrew Wiggins has made more of an impact than Kelly Oubre Jr. has this season. I stand by that 100%, and I mean that. So don't like that disrespect from Andrew Wiggins. So let's all relax on this man. Stop clowning this man. He's good. Defender, consistent, 15 plus points. Basically only 15, but we get the 20 here. He does kind of throw in some 20-point games. But yeah, just a great night from Andrew Wiggins last night. Really a huge piece for this Warriors team. So let's all relax on Draymond Green, especially you, Stephen A. Smith. But he goes 20 points, 2 assists, 2 rebounds. Draymond Green, 9 points, 8 assists, 11 rebounds. And then Kevon Looney still at the 5, 6 points, 5 rebounds, 4 assists. So Steph Curry gets it done. Andrew Wiggins gets it done. Very well done. And then off the bench, Michael Mulder, 17 points, 5 rebounds. And Jordan Poole off the bench, 17 points, 2 steals, 6 assists, 3 rebounds. And he shot 2 of 8 from 3. Not the greatest, but we'll take those 17 points absolutely all day off the bench. So a lot of players stepping up here. Got to give them credit for that. Kelly Oubre Jr. still get the win. Not looking so great for that man. All right, but let's go to the Rockets here and finish up this game. Nothing great from the starter. Kevin Porter Jr., remember he had that 50-point game their last game, and that's why they won. Well, back to 16 points on 33% shooting, 2 of 8 from 3. 6 assists, 3 rebounds. Kenyon Martin Jr. also off the bench had 16 points, 9 rebounds. So those were their 2 leading scorers. Then Amari Brooks at the 2, 10 points on 23% shooting. Christian Wood, 10 points, 7 rebounds on 26% shooting. Kelly Olynyk, 8 points on 0 of 3 from the 3. And Jashawn Tate, 14 points, 3 steals, 3 assists, 4 rebounds on 50% shooting. So nothing great here. No great scorer here by this Rockets team. And this is more of kind of the Rockets pace here, at least for the rest of this season, until Kevin Porter Jr. really gets into a nice rhythm, has kind of a full season under his belt, where he can kind of be the starting man from start to finish of a season. But until then, this Rockets team is going to be a little underwhelming. Christian Wood's their best player, and that's a little, which is good, but it's unfortunate for that Rockets team. So Rockets get the big old loss here, 113-87 over the Warriors. Alrighty, man, and we are this close of saying RIP to this Bulls team. They had another chance here to try to claim that 10th seed because the Wizards lost last night in a little heartbreaking fashion. We'll get to that when we talk about the game. But this Bulls team, man, another loss here. And I know Zach LaVine is out, but come on, Vucevic, got to step it up sometime. Be that kind of 40-a-point night scorer if you need to get it done. Somebody else, please start stepping up for this Bulls team. But unfortunately, another loss here for the Bulls, losing 108-97 over the Hawks, a game that we had in our moneymaker. Hawks minus 5.5. They win by 11. Bingo, bango. So unfortunate here for the Bulls. But let's start here with the Hawks. Trae Young, Bogdanovich played, so basically had their entire starting lineup. Danilo Gallinari, Lou Williams off the bench. So absolutely everybody's back for this Hawks team, and they're back winning, which is definitely a great sign for them. But Trae Young, 33 points, 7 assists, 3 rebounds. He shot 4 of 8 from 3. Fantastic. Bogdanovich, 15 points, 5 assists, 6 rebounds, 3 of 9 from 3. Just all right. Clint Capella, 20 points, 11 rebounds. John Collins, 13 points, 10 rebounds. And then Tony Snell, 3 points and only 2 shots, getting it done defensively, plus 24 in the plus-minus, and an 11-point win. Fantastic. So, fantastic job here by this Hawks starting roster. Fantastic. Nothing great off the bench. Kevin Huerter off the bench, 6 points on 22% shooting. Danilo Gallinari, he had 9 points and 5 rebounds. Not bad. He shot 50%. And then Lou Williams, 5 points on 1 of 4 from the field, only playing 12 minutes. So they have scorers off the bench. Kevin Huerter, Danilo Gallinari, Lou Williams. All of those players can get us 10-plus points off the bench on any single night. So they're definitely going to need this great bench. They're going to need this bench to really play great if they make it to the playoffs. Well, when they make it to the playoffs. I mean, they are the 5th seed, so let's respect them a little bit more. But we need to see this bench step up consistently in the playoffs. Yes, the starting roster is good, but the bench has been a little lackluster. Lou Williams hasn't been the greatest. He's been decent, don't get us wrong, but nothing truly great here off the bench. But we know there is great capabilities off this bench of Danilo Gallinari and Lou Williams. And then Kevin Huerter, he's been coming through for us a couple of times here for this Hawks team. So they've got some nice depth. They all just need to kind of go and do it on a nightly basis. But well done for the starters here of the Hawks to get it done. Alrighty, now the Bulls now, and look at this, they put Thaddeus Young back in the starting lineup. Oh, Vucevic didn't even play last night? Oh, interesting. No Vucevic last night? Damn. Alrighty. So this was their lineup here. They moved Daniel Tice to the 5 and Thaddeus Young off the bench up to the 4. So a little interesting there. Didn't get it done. Unfortunate. So this was their starting lineup. Kobe White at the 1, Garrett Temple at the 2, Patrick Williams at the 3, Thaddeus Young at the 4, Daniel Tice at the 5. Let's start here with Kobe White, especially with Vucevic out. Kobe White needed to go ham, folks. Needed to go absolutely beast mode, but he didn't. 12 points, 3 assists, 4 rebounds, 1 of 6 from 3, and 31% from the field. Not good at all. Garrett Temple, 5 points and only 6 shots. Daniel Tice at the 5, 7.7 rebounds. Meh. Thaddeus Young, 20 points, 9 assists, 7 rebounds. He shot 83%, was the leading scorer for the squad. Unfortunately, a minus 15 on the floor. But, this is what Thaddeus Young brings, man. And, we want to give this man Sixth Man of the Year, but if you're not going to get it in at least a playing tournament, we can't get you really any awards out there. But don't sleep on Thaddeus Young, man. Truly a great sixth person for any team, any contender. Thaddeus Young could be great. So we'll see what happens in this offseason if the Bulls keep him. But if that was Thaddeus Young, I'd be like, I want out. Y'all are still not winning, and y'all try to get, do something at the trade deadline, and it's still not working. So I want out. But Thaddeus Young, leading scorer for the squad, so we'll give him something for that. And then Patrick Williams at the 3 to round out the starters, 19 points, 2 rebounds, 1 assist, 1 block, or 1 steal. And then off the bench, Thomas Ortansky, he gets it done, 12 points, 2 rebounds. Not bad off the bench. Lauri Markkanen, 7 points, 11 rebounds. Once again, not bad off the bench. He shot 30% on 10 shots. Could have been a lot better, but decent production there, I guess. Just really missing Vucevic this game. So Hawks are able to get the nice win, 108-97 over the Bulls. Alrighty, next up is the Heat and the Cavs. Heat, another win here. What is this? Is this a 2 or 3 game win streak for this Heat team? What do we get? 2 game winning streak for the Heat. Very well done. Trying to get back on track without Victor Oladipo. We like it. So let's start here with them. Kendrick Nunn, 22 points, 4 assists, 2 rebounds. He shot 4 of 6 from 3. Fantastic. Duncan Robinson, 20 points on 6 of 9 from 3. Very well done. Bam Adebayo, 13 points, 10 rebounds, 6 assists. Great night. Trevor Ariza, 18 points on 70% shooting. Yes, sir. Get it done. And then Jimmy Butler, 15 points, 4 assists, 4 rebounds, 40% shooting. Everybody else was able to get it done for them, so fantastic. Off the bench, we got some nice contribution here. Goran Dragic, 9 points, 7 assists, 5 rebounds off the bench. And Max Struss, 17 points, 2 steals, 2 assists, 4 rebounds, and 53% off the bench. So another no Tyler Hero game, and we get everybody else kind of stepping it up off the bench. And this Heat team, 2-game winning streak without Tyler Hero? Coincidence? I don't know, man. Tyler Hero, a little streaky on the shooting, giving these other players more shots, and it seems to be working out for them. So Heat get the win. Very well done. Now let's talk about the Cavs. No Darius Garland there for them, so, unfortunately a little lackluster offensively. Colin Sexton still gets it done, 25 points, 8 assists, 4 rebounds, 4 of 6 from 3, fantastic. But then we get Isaac Okoro filling in at that 2 for Darius Garland. Isaac Okoro, 11 points, 3 rebounds. We know Darius Garland puts up like 25 plus points, so lackluster offense there. Jared Allen, only 6 points last night, 14 rebounds, but only 6 points. Kevin Love back at the 4, 25.6 rebounds. He shot 7 of 10 from 3. Jeez Louise, well done. But then C.D. Osman at the 3, not bad either. 15 points, 11 assists, 7 rebounds, 2 of 7 from the 3. So not bad by all these starters here. Isaac Okoro, a little underwhelming offensively. Jared Allen, underwhelming offensively, but they also got Dean Wade off the bench, putting up 18 points. Just unfortunately comes up a little short here over this Heat team because they lost 124-107. So well done for the Heat, staying on track with another win. Alrighty, let's go to the Grizzlies and the Magic now. Before we get into this game, it was a close one, so let's watch the final 12 seconds of this game. Grizzlies and Magic tied with 12 seconds left, 109-109. The Grizzlies, Dillon Brooks, goes and takes a little bit of a mid-range jumper here. Cashes out. They go up 2. Fantastic work, but Dillon Brooks leaves 7 seconds on the clock for the Heat to go do something, and Cole Anthony, the rookie, says game over. I'm taking the 3, and we're out of here with the win. So absolute clutch here by Cole Anthony. Almost clutch by Dillon Brooks. Unfortunately, left too much time on the clock, but well done to Cole Anthony last night to hit the game winner for the Magic to win by 112-111 over the Grizzlies. So let's start here with the Magic. Cole Anthony, 26 points, 6 assists, 8 rebounds, 4 of 6 from 3, and the game winner, so shout out to him. Gary Harris still at the 2, 5 points on 28% shooting. Wendell Carter Jr. at the 5, 6 points, 4 rebounds. Moritz Wagner at the 4, put up 24 points, 5 rebounds. And then Dwayne Bacon at the 3 of the starters, 23 points, 3 steals, 2 assists, 2 rebounds. And he shot 0-4 from the 3 and still was able to put up 23 points. So shout out to that. And then RJ Hampton off the bench putting up 18 points, 7 rebounds, 5 assists. So well done here for the Magic. 3 20-plus scores for the starters. They get a nice contribution with RJ Hampton off the bench. And Cole Anthony goes absolutely clutch beast mode at the buzzer. So shout out to that. Alrighty, truly unfortunate loss here by the Grizzlies. Where are they in the power rankings now? Still the 8th seed, 1 game above 500. Classic Grizzlies, at that 500 mark all season long, and facing the Magic is no different. Alrighty, so everybody was basically good to go for their starters. Just Grayson Allen out, so Desmond Bane fills in at the starting 2. But John Morant at the 1, 22 points, 7 assists, 3 rebounds, 2 of 3 from 3, fantastic. Desmond Bane filling in for Grayson Allen. 5 points, 6 rebounds, but 1 of 3 from the 3, only on 5 shots, shot 40%, so little lackluster there. But Grayson Allen doesn't, always give us those great points either. Jonas Valanciunas, 11 points, 16 rebounds, 7 of those offensive, wonderful job there. Kyle Anderson, 21 points, 4 rebounds, 2 assists, 2 steals. And then Dylan Brooks, like we showed you, clutch. Unfortunately, left too much time on the clock. But he also put up 23 points, led the team in scoring, 1 assist, 1 rebound to go along with that. And then decent from the bench. Nothing great. Jaren Jackson Jr., 7 points, 7 rebounds. Xavier Tillman, 4 points, 4 rebounds. DeAnthony Melton, 7 points, 6 rebounds, 3 assists, 2 steals, 3 blocks. And he shot 1 of 5 from 3, so could have been a little bit better there, but stuffing that stat sheet. Justice Winslow, 4.7 rebounds, and then Tyus Jones, 7 points, 3 assists off the bench. So not bad off the bench. Everybody kind of getting it done. Everybody that played meaningful minutes were able to get it done. So just unfortunately comes up a point short because Cole Anthony hits the buzzer beater. Alrighty, moving on to the next game here. The Timberwolves and the Pelicans. We've been on this big old Timberwolves streak, taking them plus the points. Unfortunately, we took them plus 4. They lost by 4, so a little bit of a push, but we're still big on this Timberwolves team. This one is not going to shy us away. Kind of floundered in the final minute of this game. Unfortunate for the Timberwolves team. And then just in overtime, Zion Williamson kind of goes a little crazy in overtime and able to get all the points. So Timberwolves, we're still big on them. Just unfortunately couldn't get it done in overtime, but we're winning this game kind of, throughout the second half. Floundered in the final minute. But we're still big on this Timberwolves team, folks. Don't jump the Timberwolves train just quite yet. We still got about 8 games left for them in the regular season, and we'll be taking all 8 of these games. Alrighty, D'Angelo Russell still in the bench here for the Timberwolves. Ricky Rubio, 11 points, 6 steals, 7 assists. He shot 50% on 8 shots. Anthony Edwards, 29 points, led the team in scoring, 6 assists, 9 rebounds. He shot 2 of 7 from 3, so definitely could have been better there. Karl Anthony Towns, 28 points, 14 rebounds, 4 of 9 from 3. Very well done. And then little underwhelming performances here. Jaden McDaniels at the 4, 5 points on only 2 shots, so I get it. But 5 rebounds, definitely need points. We need points. And then Josh Okogie at the 3, 4 points, once again on only 3 shots, so a little lackluster there. But this bench got it done, yes sir. D'Angelo Russell, 17 points, 11 assists, 2 steals, 2 rebounds. Was not efficient, as just really not efficient here. 1 of 12 from 3, 36% on 22 shots. So definitely not efficient, but I'll take those 17 points, 11 assists, absolutely. Juancho Hernandez-Gomez putting up 14 points, 2 assists, 3 rebounds. Jared Vanderbilt, 9 points, 8 rebounds in only 17 minutes. And then Naz Reid, 17 points, 5 rebounds off the bench. So well done to kind of all the main players here. Just unfortunately come up 4 points short in overtime. All right, now let's go to the Pelicans here. They're kind of starting lineup without Steven Adams, so everybody's good to go, but Willie Hernandez-Gomez fills in for Steven Adams at the 5. Lonzo Ball had an absolutely magnificent game here. 33 points, 8 assists, 3 steals, 11 rebounds, 8 of 17 from 3. We'll take it. Eric Bledsoe, 16 points, 3 assists, 3 rebounds, 2 of 6 from 3, 60% from the field. Willie Hernandez-Gomez, 12 points, 12 rebounds. 6 of those were offensive, so we'll take that. Zion Williamson, oh my God, efficient as heck, as always. 37 points, led the team in scoring, 8 assists, 9 rebounds, 82% shooting on 17 shots. So, oh my goodness, truly unstoppable, this man. And then Brandon Ingram's only 14 points, 6 assists. He shot 2 of 7 from the 3, 23% on 17 shots. So little, not efficient here, but the points, everybody was able to get it done. And then Jackson Hayes off the bench. I love this, man. 13 points, 6 rebounds. Yes, sir. Get it done off the bench. He played the most minutes off the bench, which I absolutely love. I kind of wish he was in the starting kind of center position. Willie Hernandez-Gomez played 27 minutes of the starting rotation, and Jackson Hayes played 25 minutes. So he still was kind of up there with the starter. But definitely love what Jackson Hayes brings to this team. And if he can get into the starting role here, I think that's real great for this man. How many years is he in? I think 2 years in. 1 year in, so his second year here. Fantastic of what he's able to do. And if he gets into the starting lineup, I kind of wish this is what the Pelicans would do. What you've been doing all season long has not been translating to wins. You're still 3 games out from the 10th seed, so I may understand that Stan Van Gundy doesn't want to kind of make too many changes here in the starting lineup with kind of the playing tournament on the line. But have Jackson Hayes be the starting center, see how it does. Let him kind of run the floor with, Zion Williamson, the starters, Lonzo Ball, see what they can do. Willie Hernandez-Gomez had a great night, and we are still big on Steven Adams, but Jackson Hayes, man, I truly love what this man does on the floor. So we'll see what happens here, but I would not get our hopes up that he gets into the starting lineup for this season. But well done for the Pelicans. A nice win here in overtime, 140-136 over the Timberwolves. Alrighty, next game up. Don't have to spend too much time on this one. Pacers just absolutely blow out the Thunder, winning 152, folks, to 95. So well done for the Pacers. Offense was on point. Edmund Sumner, 10 points. Karis LeVert, 25 points. Domantas Sabonis at the 5, 26 points, 14 assists, 19 rebounds. O'Shea Brissett, 16 points, 13 rebounds. And then Doug McDermott in the starting lineup, 31 points at the 3 in only 26 minutes. Fantastic there. Nothing great off the bench. We had Aaron Holiday off the bench putting up 12 points. Justin Holiday putting up 9 points. So well done by this Pacers team putting up 150 points. Jeez Louise. And then the Thunder, no Dort, no Shea Gilgeous-Alexander, so nothing great. The leading scorer was Moses Brown, the 5, the center, at 16 points. The second leading scorer was tied, Tony Bradley, Savi Mihailuk, 13 points off the bench. So nothing great here. Puko Svetsky didn't even play here for the Thunder, so unfortunate. So absolutely, they were going to get blown out, and that's exactly what happened. Alrighty, now let's go to the Wizards and the Mavericks in an absolutely heartbreaking loss here for this Wizards team. They really could have put the Eastern Conference play-in tournament on ice. They could have just shut it all down if they got the win. Really would have extended it to a 4-game lead for that 10th seed over the Bulls at number 11 and the Raptors at number 12. Just unfortunately, the Wizards lose by 1. The Bulls also lose, so they kind of keep that 3-game lead. The Wizards do. But could have been 4. So let's go to this right here. Mavericks down 124-122 with 13 seconds left. But let's watch who goes crazy here. Willie Cauley-Stein in the corner. 3 ball goes. So now the Mavericks are up 1 point, 125-124 over the Wizards. But there's still 9 seconds left. So let's see what they do. Bradley Beal gets the ball. Kind of loses it a second. Gets the ball back to him, has a kind of a nice 3 look, unfortunately doesn't go, and that's the game. So Bradley Beal just couldn't make that clutch shot. They end up losing by 1. They still should have the play-in tournament. I don't see them losing it, but, if they do, we're going to have to come back to this game, unfortunately. But let's start here with this Wizards team. Russell Westbrook goes absolutely manic. 42 points, 9 assists, 10 rebounds, and only 2 turnovers. Yes, sir. Russell Westbrook has been absolutely great here. Fantastic. The best he's looked all season. These last kind of 6-7 games here down the stretch here in the second half of the season. So I'm giving Russell Westbrook so much credit here, and that's why we want to see them kind of get that 10th seed, try to get into the playoffs, winning that play-in tournament, and see what he can do against that number 1 seeded Nets team. But very well done for Russell Westbrook. Raul Neto still at the 2, 8 points, 9 rebounds, 4 assists on only 3 of 5 from the field. Alex Len, 0 points, 1 rebound. He only played 4 minutes, folks. Rui Hachimura, 18 points, yes, sir. And then Bradley Beal, 29 points, 2 steals, 3 assists, 4 rebounds. Unfortunately, just couldn't make that kind of game winner. And then off the bench, Davis Burton's letting us down a little bit. 5 points on 1 of 5 from the 3. Daniel Gafford put up 9.7 rebounds. We'll take that. Ish Smith, 6 points on 37% shooting off the bench. And then Robert Lopez, 5 points, 4 rebounds off the bench. So decent production here by kind of the classic players. Raul Neto, a little underwhelming with the 8 points. Davis Burton's a little underwhelming with the 5 points. And then Bradley Beal just couldn't hit the game winner, unfortunately. Alrighty, now let's go to the Mavericks here. No Porzingis, so unfortunate that the Wizards lost with the no Porzingis team, but Dwight Powell at the 5, Maxi Kleber at the 4. Luka Doncic puts up 31 points, 20 assists, folks, 20. The second leading assister was 4, and that was Tim Hardaway Jr. off the bench, folks. So, once again, reason for 6th Man of the Year, Tim Hardaway Jr. Let's give it up for him. But Luka Doncic, 31 points, 20 assists, 12 rebounds, and he shot 1 of 6 from the 3. Not great. Josh Richardson at the 2, 8 points on 27% shooting. Not great there. Dwight Powell, 11 points, 3 rebounds at the 5. Maxi Kleber, 17 points, 1 assist, 1 rebound. And then Dorian Finney-Smith at the 3 to round out the starters here. 22 points, 5 rebounds, 2 assists. All right, and then off the bench here for the Mavericks, Willie Cauley-Stein, 6 points, 12 rebounds, but he hit the big 3 to give them the lead. Well, hang on, was it Dorian Finney-Smith who shot the 3? Hang on, let me go back here. It may have been Dorian Finney-Smith. Did I get the name wrong? I mean, listen, because it showed that Willie Cauley-Stein didn't have a 3. Yeah, Dorian Finney-Smith. My fault. I said Willie Cauley-Stein. All right, so Dorian Finney-Smith, 6 of 9 from 3 on the night, and the kind of go-ahead game-winning 3. So fantastic to that. Willie Cauley-Stein off the bench, though, 6 points, 12 rebounds. And then Tim Hardaway Jr., 16 points, 4 assists, 3 rebounds. Very, very well done. He was a +7 on the floor as well. So Tim Hardaway Jr., great night. Now kind of back on track for 6th Man of the Year. Fantastic. All right, last 2 games. Let's finish them out here. Jazz, Raptors. Jazz get the win, 106-102. Kind of a barely win here for the Jazz. That's why we're a little concerned offensively about this Jazz team without Donovan Mitchell. But still no Mike Conley for this team. A little unfortunate. So Joe Ingles at the 1, Royce O'Neal at the 2, kind of what they've been going with. Georges Niang still in the starting lineup, but not getting it done, man. He had that 2 great game stretch, but now he's back to floundering out here. 3 points on 1 of 7 from the field. Yikes. Joe Ingles, though, 15 points, 9 assists, 3 rebounds, 4 of 7 from 3. Royce O'Neal, 9 points, 10 rebounds, and only 5 shots. Rudy Gobert, 13 points, 16 rebounds. Classic Rudy Gobert game. Georges Niang, like we said, 3 points on 1 of 5 from 3 and 1 of 7 from the field. Yikes, yikes, yikes. Bojan Bogdanovic, 34 points, 4 assists, 4 rebounds. Great night by him. Really being the true kind of scorer, the true offensive player for this Jazz team without Donovan Mitchell. So truly shout out to Bojan Bogdanovic. 6 of 11 from 3. And then Jordan Clarkson off the bench, 15 points, 3 assists, 3 rebounds, 1 of 6 from 3, the high-volume shooter off the bench. He took the second most shots in the game, or on the team, folks. So that's what the Jazz were doing last night. And then the Raptors, no Kyle Lowry, so Fred VanVleet at the 1, Malachi Flynn at the 2, OG Anunoby at the 3, Siakam at the 4, and Khem Birch at the 5. So Fred VanVleet had a great night, 30 points, 2 steals, 7 assists, 6 rebounds. Malachi Flynn, 10 points, 6 assists, 5 rebounds. He shot 2 of 5 from the 3. Khem Birch, 17 points, 10 rebounds, 6 assists. Great night. Siakam, 15 points, 7 rebounds. And OG Anunoby, 17 points, 4 assists, 5 rebounds. So all the starters get it done, but they've got no bench, especially with Malachi Flynn in the starting lineup. They've got nothing out there. So nothing great off the bench. The leading bench scorer was Freddie Gillespie with 4 points and DeAndre Bembry with also 4 points. So nothing great from the bench, and the Jazz are able to get the win 106-102. And then the last game of the night, the Nuggets and the Clippers, and that's exactly why, folks, I absolutely love it when we do our power rankings, and then that same night, our power rankings kind of validate us. So we made the switch just yesterday on the show Coming into last week, the Clippers were 1, and the Nuggets, I forgot where the Nuggets were, but they weren't number 1. And then just yesterday, when we updated our power rankings here in the NBA, we moved the Nuggets to 1, and we moved the Clippers back down to 3, and they just faced last night Kawhi Leonard, Paul George in for the Clippers, and they lose. The Nuggets get the win. Very well done. 110-104 over the Clippers on the road. So once again, we're vindicated. We're validated. We know what we're talking about, folks. We don't do this every day for no reason. I'm telling y'all. But very well done for the Nuggets. Very well done by us for putting the Nuggets at the number 1 seed. And then they go up and beat the former number 1 seed that we had in our power rankings in the Clippers. So let's start here with the Nuggets here since they won. Facundo Campazzo still in at the starting point guard position for this Nuggets team, while there's no Jamal Murray for the rest of the season. So Facundo Campazzo just being the game manager here. 10 points, 3 assists, 3 rebounds, only taking 4 shots. All of it was from the 3. He hit 2 of 4. PJ Dozier at the 2, 16 points, 5 rebounds. Jokic, 30 points, 7 assists, 14 rebounds. His MVP case is almost kind of solid here, almost kind of 100% certain for this man. Aaron Gordon, only 7 points on 5 shots. And then Michael Porter Jr., 25 points, 5 assists, 7 rebounds, and 4 of 7 from 3, 62% from the field. Folks, you got to start respecting Michael Jr. so much more. He wanted all this smoke. He wanted all these shots. He wanted to kind of be the number 1 scoring option on this team, and now he's really stepping it up. He's embracing it, and he really has never floundered ever since Jamal Murray went out. So Michael Porter Jr., man, oh man, the biggest round of applause, man, for this man. Truly respect the heck out of MPJ Jr., folks. Got to give it up for him. Let's see what he can do in the playoffs. If he can kind of be this big-time playoff performer, that's going to be the next step he has to take. But I think he can do it 1,000%, folks. And I'm definitely cheering for him to do so, and I think he will. Paul Millsap off the bench coming up kind of clutch here. 10 points, 3 rebounds in only 14 minutes. And then anybody else here? JaMychal Green, 9 points, 7 rebounds. Let's talk about Austin Rivers for a second because he is kind of floundering a little bit here. 3 points, 4 assists, 2 rebounds, 1 of 7 from the field. But look at this, plus 22 on the floor, the highest plus on the team by far. So Austin Rivers, not the greatest scorer, but getting it done defensively. So let's see if he can keep that up off the bench. But man, oh man, Austin Rivers got a kind of a second chance here this season, and got to take a little bit more advantage, a little bit more. Alrighty, that was all the NBA from last night, so let's see what we have on deck for today. We've got a nice 3:30 game, Nets Bucks 3:30 at ABC today, so that's going to be great. Blazers Celtics 7:30, that's going to be an absolutely great game. Cannot wait to watch that. Really wish that was prime time, nationally televised. Heat Hornets at 8. Kings, Mavericks, Knicks, Rockets, Suns, Thunder, 76ers, Spurs, and Raptors, Lakers tonight at 10 o'clock. So some nice games on tonight. We went 3-0-1 in our moneymaker from last night. The Timberwolves was the push, but Hornets -7, Hawks -5.5, Wizards +5.5, all looking real good and winning for us. So let's get these lines up to date, do our moneymaker for tonight's action. Let's see if we can take this Nets action today, since it is nationally televised. But here we go. First game up, Nets Bucks. Nets +2.5, Bucks -2.5. Alrighty, let's see who's all good to go here. James Harden is out, Chris Chiozza is out, and Nicholas Claxton is still out. But Kevin Durant and Kyrie all good to go. And then for the Bucks, just Giannis Antetokounmpo, a game-time decision. So I'm assuming Giannis plays, but at the end of the day, I've got to take the Nets +2.5 here. It's Kyrie, it's Kevin Durant. They get it done, folks. They don't even need to both be on the floor at the same time to get it done. So they're going to be a little vulnerable down low just because they don't have Nicholas Claxton. He is very good for this Nets team off the bench, but hopefully Blake Griffin's not starting. First of all, that's kind of a little bit of a problem, but hopefully Jeff Green, DeAndre Jordan can kind of get it done. Blake Griffin, maybe if he's also in that starting lineup, but at the end of the day, we're just relying on Kyrie Irving and Kevin Durant to put up the points like we know we can, like we know they can. The outside shooting of Joe Harris as well. Bruce Brown should be playing this game, so another kind of shooter off that bench as well. So Nets plus 2.5. Big game here. Nationally televised. Kevin Durant usually always steps up. Kyrie Irving usually always steps up when it's a big old game. 3:30. I mean, the only game going on. Nationally televised. ESPN or ABC. Bingo bango. So Nets plus 2.5 here. We're going to take these points and see how the Bucks kind of respond here. I mean, in our power rankings, we've got the Nets at 6 and the Bucks at 9. So, of course, we got to take the Nets plus 2. You know what I mean? Alrighty. All right, so we're taking the Nets plus 2.5. Fantastic. All right, next game up, Blazers, Celtics. Blazers minus 1.5, Celtics plus 1.5, and I think I'm liking the Blazers right now if everybody's good to go. Just Zach Collins is out for the Blazers, like we know. And then for the Celtics, Kemba Walker is out, and Jaylen Brown is a game-time decision. So, yes, we're taking this Blazers minus 1.5 with no Kemba Walker. Evan Fournier has to be in the starting lineup, so that means no bench depth. And Evan Fournier has been super floundery, folks, here for the Celtics team. Ever since the trade deadline, he has not really been working out for the Celtics team. Cannot get it done scoring the ball. So, the Celtics team is going to be lackluster offensively. This Blazers team is kind of on this nice winning streak, trying to get back, kind of shore up their team right before the playoffs. So we're going to take the Blazers minus 1.5 here. Celtics should not be able to score that many points tonight, folks. Evan Fournier, no Kemba Walker, no bench. All right, then we get the 76ers and the Spurs. 76ers minus 6, Spurs plus 6. Alrighty, let's see if everybody's good to go here for the 76ers. They are. Everybody is good to go. Fantastic. For the Spurs, Trey Lyles is out and DeJounte Murray is a game-time decision. So 76ers should have no problem here. Spurs, they are still kind of vying for this play-in tournament. They are the 10th seed in the West. Pelicans 3 games ahead, or 3 games behind them, so they do need to win games. But the 76ers team should have no problem beating the Spurs here. They've got the down-low beef to kind of beat the Spurs. They've got the outside shooting to beat the Spurs as well. So 76ers shouldn't have too much problems here. Should we swallow the 6 points, though? It's only 6. It is only 6, but the Spurs, man, we don't like betting against the Spurs because they are kind of very streaky in how they play. Great defense one night, kind of garbage the next night, truly kind of 50-50. Don't know what you're going to get from the Spurs team, so we're going to bet the 76ers anyway. They also kind of want, we're going to take the 76ers minus 6, but they also kind of want to shore up their positioning here in the Eastern Conference, try to get back to that number 1 seed. They are half a game back from the Nets, so 76ers, a little bit of an easier opponent here against the Spurs, where the Nets have to go face the Bucks, so maybe the 76ers see it's their time to go and reclaim that number 1. So if the 76ers win and the Nets lose, the 76ers are back at that number 1 seed, so we'll swallow the 6 here for the 76ers. Alrighty, then we get the Knicks and the Rockets. Knicks minus 11, Rockets plus 11. Knicks, I mean, they've been blowing out the bad teams, folks. They've been winning against the bad teams consistently. This Rockets team, they're on the back-to-back, not looking good. We know they flounder in one quarter of every single game. We just saw it last night against the Warriors. That third quarter, they put up like 12 points. Trash. So everybody's good to go for the Knicks. Just Mitchell Robinson is out. And then for the Rockets, DJ Augustine out, Eric Gordon out, John Wall out, Avery Bradley, game-time decision. Daniel House Jr., game-time decision. Sterling Brown, game-time decision. So they are going to have a nice kind of bench depth if all these game-time decisions are good to go. But at the end of the day, we're going to bet this Knicks team, folks. They have been blowing out the bad teams. They want to keep this 4 seed. They definitely want home court advantage in the first round of the playoffs and then hope that they could potentially get home court in the second round if there's a big ol' upset there. But we're going to take the Knicks here, minus 11. They blow out the bad teams. The Rockets are on this back-to-back. The Knicks are well-rested, so we'll swallow the 11 here. I clicked it. It's not highlighting it, but it is on the right side of the screen. So we are officially taking the Knicks, folks. Oh, my goodness. We've taken the first 4 games already. I love it. Fantastic. Alrighty. Next one up. Kings, Mavericks. Kings plus 6.5. Mavericks minus 6.5. Alrighty. The Kings are not good. They did just win their last game against the Lakers. So shout out to that. But for the Kings, Harrison Barnes is a game-time decision, and De'Aaron Fox is still out. And then for the Mavericks, J.J. Redick is a game-time decision, and Kristaps Porzingis is out still. So we're going to stay away from this one just because the Mavericks kind of hit a buzzer beater last night to get the win. They're on the back-to-back. The Kings maybe a little bit momentum with their win against the Lakers the other night, so we'll stay away from this one. I don't think the Kings are kind of the real deal here, so we're definitely going to stay away from them. Just because if they are the real deal, we don't want to be on the wrong side of it. So we'll stay away from this one. We've already got great value, 4 great value games, so we don't need to push anything with this Kings Mavericks. All right, then we get the Suns and the Thunder, and we're not taking this one because it's Suns minus 16, Thunder plus 16, so definitely staying away from this one. Jay Crowder out still for the Suns. Cameron Payne, Cameron Johnson, both game-time decisions. And then for the Thunder, Shai Gilgeous-Alexander, a game-time decision, and Luguentz Dort, a game-time decision, and Alexev Pukosavetsky, a game-time decision, and they're getting 16 points? Yeah, it's definitely staying away from this one. We're kind of tempted, honestly, to take the Thunder plus 16, but let's not get carried away. Like we said, we've already got great value here for a great value game, so no need to push anything. We will just watch this Suns-Thunder game. All right, next one up is the Heat and the Hornets now. Oh, my goodness. Hornets, another game. Man, oh, man, we might take them plus 5. Yes, sir. Both of these teams on a back-to-back. For the Heat, Udonis Haslem, a game-time decision. Is he going to play, though? Does that matter if he's a game-time decision or not? He won't play. Victor Oladipo is still out, and Tyler Hero is going to be out as well again. And then for the Hornets, Gordon Hayward is out, and Devontae Graham is a game-time decision, so we'll see if he's back. But LaMelo Ball is back. They just won last night, looking all good. Devontae Graham plays this game. They're going to have a fresh shooter off the bench, and I got to take this Hornets team at home plus the 5 points. Yes, sir. Once again, we are going to be buying this LaMelo Ball train until the wheels fall off. And those wheels are looking sturdy as heck, folks. So, Hornets plus 5. Absolutely love the shooting here for the Hornets. There's just so much energy, and this is a huge game for the Hornets here because they can make a little leeway in the kind of play-in tournament. They can get the 7th seed. It doesn't make that much of a difference from the 7th and 8th seed because you still have 2 games, whether you're the 7th or 8th seed. So, it doesn't matter too much. But if they want to try to get out of the kind of, bottom 7 and try to get into the top 6, they need this game right here. So it's a huge game for this Hornets team. We'll take them plus 5 points. LaMelo Ball's back, baby. Give this team a lot more credit. So Hornets plus 5. Absolutely love this LaMelo Ball-led Hornets team. And then the last game of the night, the Raptors and the Lakers. Going to be a good one to watch. Let's see who's all in and out here. For the let's talk about the spread first. Raptors plus 7.5. Lakers minus 7.5. For the Raptors, Chris Boucher is out and Gary Trent Jr. is a game-time decision. And the Lakers, LeBron James, a game-time decision. Marcus Gasol, game-time decision. KCP, game-time decision. Anthony Davis, game-time decision. Dennis Schroeder, game-time decision. Kyle Kuzma, game-time decision. I mean, every single game, all of those core players are game-time decision. So I'm assuming they're all good to go. They all just lost against the Kings in their last meeting, so there's no reason for any of these players to not play. You need to start winning now, start getting it back together for this playoff run because they're still in danger of not even kind of being in the top 6. The Lakers are in trouble of falling into the play-in tournament. So that's something LeBron James absolutely does not want to do. So we're going to stay away from this one. We've got to see this Lakers team get back on track here before we start betting them. And we've got this kind of moneymaker extravaganza because we've got 5 picks. So we'll stay with the picks that we have. So tonight's moneymaker, feeling absolutely great about it. 5 picks, so it is an extravaganza. Nets plus 2.5, Blazers minus 1.5, 76ers minus 6, Knicks minus 11, and Hornets plus 5. And the odds are absolutely fantastic. Plus 244 for 2,441. So you put $100 on it and you're walking away with $2,500 in cash. So absolutely great moneymaker here, feeling great. 5 great picks. Make a lot of money tonight, folks. Alrighty, let's head over to our main segment, which is our NFL draft rankings. Our draft rankings. All the draft has commenced yesterday. All 7 rounds, all 256 picks, I want to say. So everybody's picked. So now we just have to go and kind of grade draft performances. We're going to take it division by division. So today we're starting with the AFC East. And then once we're done with all of that, once we have the solid grades, then we can start talking about, comparing the best grades together, coming away with an overall draft winner. So let's start here with the AFC East, and the first team that we're going to be looking at is the Bills. So let's kind of recap on what they did. So first round, picking number 30, they pick Gregory Rousseau, defensive end. Then their second round pick, they also go defensive end Carlos Basham Jr. Then round 3, they go offensive tackle Spencer Brown. Round 5, they go offensive tackle Tommy Doyle. Then round 6, they get a wide receiver, Marquez Stevenson. Round 6 again, they get Damar Hamlin, a safety, and also in round 6 they get Rashad Wildgoose, cornerback, and then the last round, round 7, they get Jack Anderson, offensive guard. So, for our grades, let's kind of talk about some criteria here. We're going to judge kind of top 3 picks. First round picks are going to get judged the highest. Second round picks, the second, and then third round picks, the third most highest. And then, 4, 5, 6, 7, we're not going to hold too much weight, but we're going to definitely take a look at what you did. But we're really kind of just judging those first 3 picks and truly judging that first round pick absolutely a lot harder. It's weighted a lot more than those other picks. So, basically 1 through 3, and then we'll look at 4, 5, 6. But for this Bills team, they didn't need too many needs. They got to the AFC Championship game last season. They gave up like 38 points, I think, against the Chiefs. So these defensive linemen here, these defensive ends, these first 2 rounds, not bad. Some good, solid pickups. They know they are in kind of a quarterback-heavy division overall, or conference overall, with Lamar Jackson and Patrick Mahomes and Justin Herbert on how well he played, and Tua if he takes the next step. And now we get Zach Wilson with the Jets that they have to face twice a year. So defensive ends to put the pressure on the quarterback, definitely need that in the AFC. But the Bills, I'm a little kind of disappointed that they weren't a little bit more aggressive here. By the time that the 30th pick came in the first round, there was no more great running backs. The only 2 great running backs in this league or in this draft were Najee Harris and Travis Etienne. So Bills, unfortunately, number 30, they started to go number 24 and number 25, I believe. Number 24 with the Steelers, and then number 25, the Jags ended up trading up, correct? Do I have it up here? I thought I had the full. Here it is. Yeah, running back started to go number 24 with the Steelers, and then number 25 with Travis Etienne going to the Jags. So they really couldn't do anything at number 30. There's no reason to go and get Javonte Williams or Michael Carter. I mean, I don't really think they're going to be that great in this league. So that's fine with the Bills there. That's why they went back-to-back defensive ends. So we're going to kind of grade this one. If they kind of went up and got ahead of the Steelers and drafted a running back, I would have said this was a hit out of the park, a home run to kind of just shore up their running game, because Devin Singletary is good, don't get us wrong, but he the back. And like we said, the Bills defense, they didn't need too many pieces. They definitely didn't need the quarterback or the wide receivers. They didn't need like the linebackers or the safeties. They're all good there. So they just shore up their defensive line a little bit, just kind of, what this team needs, and they went and filled that one need. Wish they would have gotten a running back, but like we said, there's really none to be had that much. So we're going to grade this overall Bills draft as a solid B here. They got what they needed. Didn't do anything fancy. Just a solid. We already made it to the AFC Championship game. Let's actually go B+. We'll go B+ here for the Bills here. Just get those defensive ends, shore up our offensive line for our kind of first 3 picks, and that's exactly what we're going to do here. So well done for the Bills here. We're going to grade it a B+. Alrighty, now let's talk about the Dolphins. Here we go. All right. First round picks, number 6, we had Jalen Waddle, wide receiver. Good weapon, don't get us wrong, but Devontae Smith was there, and we wanted Devontae Smith over Jalen Waddle. Now, will they pan out? That's yet to be decided. All right, and then the second first-round pick number 18, was Jalen Phillips, defensive end. All righty. Then in the second round, we get Javon Holland, which I think was an absolute steal, safety from Oregon. We have him very highly rated in our kind of prospects ranked. We have Javon Holland, the second best safety on our big board, and they went and found him very well done. Second round, a true steal here for the Dolphins. And then also in the second round, we get Liam Eichenberg, an offensive tackle, definitely shore up our line a little bit. The third round, we get Hunter Long, a tight end. Alrighty, we already got Mike Gesicki, a great catching tight end, so we get another tight end here at number 3. Alrighty, and then 7th round picks, we get Lamel Coleman, offensive tackle, and then Garid Dokes, a running back in the 7th round as well. So for the Dolphins here, getting a wide receiver at number 6 is absolutely great here. Yes, we wanted Devontae Smith over it, but hey, I'm going to trust Brian Flores here and Jalen Waddle. I'm going to trust him, but we just needed that kind of big play wide receiver, and that's what we got at number 6. So I love that, but I really wish the Dolphins would have went up and traded, or not even trade, just been aggressive and got a running back at number 18. Get Najee Harris or Travis Etienne. So I'm a little upset. A little disappointed that the Dolphins didn't get that, and we're going to take a knock out of that. But we shored up our offensive line with the second round pick. That's fantastic. We got a great defensive weapon that Brian Flores is just going to have fun with, and we know that Brian Flores is able to really kind of elevate every single defensive player that he comes into contact with. And then the 7th round picks of just an offensive tackle and a running back. I mean, the 7th round picks, so we don't really care about them. We're hoping that they pan out, but it's 7th round picks, folks. So I'm going to give the Dolphins, and I know I'm kind of against everybody else here. I'm seeing that the Dolphins have a great draft. And don't get me wrong, I love the Javon Holland pick. I love the Jalen Waddle pick. But, I mean, this would have been an absolute knock-out-of-the-park home run if we got a running back. So I'm going to give us a B. I'm going to give us a B. B plus? Maybe, because I put the Bills at B+. So I'm going to put the Bills at the B. And I'm going to give the Dolphins a B+. Just because we did get that big playmaker at Jalen Waddle. And then we got Javon Holland in the second round, which I really think was an absolute steal. But the defensive end in the first round, the tight end in the third round, little lackluster. Do we still give the Bills a... let me go back. All right, the Bills a B+, and the Dolphins a B. I love the Jalen Waddle pick. I love the Javon Holland pick. But the Jalen Phillips, the Hunter Long, little, all right. I'm going to trust... Like I said, I'm going to trust Brian Flores, but from what I'm seeing, I really wish we got that running back early on in the first round. So we're going to stay the Dolphins a B. Alrighty, so for recap, Bills B+, Dolphins B. That's where we're leaving it. Alrighty, now let's go to the Jets, and oh my goodness, I loved what Robert Saleh did here, folks. Loved it. So let's talk about it, and then I'll tell you why we loved it. So, first round pick, second pick overall, Zach Wilson, quarterback. Absolutely, that's what they were going to do. We knew that. Number 14, Elijah Vera Tucker. Get the guard, get that offensive lineman to protect Zach Wilson. Fantastic. Then you go get Elijah Moore in the second round, wide receiver, to give Zach Wilson, your protected face of the franchise, a weapon to go work with. Fantastic. Then you get Michael Carter in the fourth round, running back. Now, I don't like Michael Carter, but he is kind of our fourth ranked running back that we've looked at on our big board. Right here, Michael Carter. So I'll give the Jets that, and they got him in the fourth round. That's a steal right there for a running back of Michael Carter, who put up 1,000 yards last season for UNC. Fantastic. So yes, sir. Robert Saleh, first 4 picks, fantastic. Then 5th round picks, they get Jimmy and Sherwood, safety. They get Michael Carter the second, safety. So they got Michael Carter the second. Then they also get Jason Pinnock in the 5th round, corner. Then in the 6th round, they get Hamza Nasedian, safety. Also in the 6th round, they get Brandon Echols, cornerback. And then also in the 6th round, they get Jonathan Marshall, defensive tackle. So he hit this out of the park, folks. Robert Saleh has won us over 1,000% here. We were a little hesitant ever since that first signing of the Jets, signing the Robert Saleh, the defensive coordinator for the 49ers. We were a little hesitant on it. But then after everything that he's shown us, this draft is a home run pick, folks. The first 3 rounds they go, first 4 rounds, let's include the Michael Carter pick. The first 4 rounds, they just kind of went heavy offense. The quarterback, protect the quarterback, weapon for the quarterback, and then relief for the quarterback. Absolutely fantastic. And then Robert Saleh, being a defensive-minded head coach, he's like, I can get value of defense in the kind of 5th, 6th round here because I know how to judge and elevate defensive talent. That's what I've been doing my entire career with the 49ers. So I love that Robert Saleh prioritizes offense first, because that's the direction that they were going with by drafting a face of the franchise quarterback, getting him kind of good, defined, proven help in the first like 2-3 rounds, and then when you can go and judge the talent in the 5th and 6th round defensively, that's what he did. Loaded up defensively in the back half of the draft because he knows he can elevate those players. This is an absolute home run draft, and I'm gonna give it an A+, folks. An A+ for the Jets here. Like I said, you get the quarterback, the protection for the quarterback, the weapon for the quarterback, the relief for the quarterback, and then just kind of 5th round defensive talent. Let's see what Robert Saleh could do, but an absolute home run pick here. Jets really kind of need everything. They're garbage kind of everywhere. They really don't have any real great standout player anywhere, and Robert Saleh got great proven offensive talent, and he's going to kind of be able to coach some of these defensive players up in the 5th and the 6th round. Love what Robert Saleh did here, and because he had such a great draft, we're rooting for him this year. We're kind of, we're kind of big on him now. We're very big on him. We wish him all the success. So the Jets and Robert Saleh get an absolute A+ home run hitter here in the draft. Alrighty, and then the last team in the AFC East is the Patriots. Let's review what they did in the draft. Here we go. First round pick, number 15, Mac Jones, falls right into their lap. Nobody picks him. You got to pick him because you don't get Cam Newton. Second round pick, they get Christian Barmore, defensive tackle. Third round pick, they get Ronnie Perkins, defensive end. Fourth round pick, they get Ramondre Stevenson, running back. Fifth round pick, they get Cameron McGrone, inside linebacker. Sixth round pick, they get Joshua Bledsoe, safety, and William Sherman, offensive tackle. And then the 7th round, they get Trey Nixon. So really kind of underwhelming here. Patriots didn't go and get that big, great player. No real great big name here. I don't think Mac Jones is going to pan out in this league, but the quarterbacks, the Patriots are kind of, damned at the quarterback position with Cam Newton. We saw what he did last season. Nothing really great. They did kind of shore up their offensive playmakers, wide receivers, and tight ends in free agency, so that's why they didn't really go heavy drafting them, so I get that. But Mac Jones is a quarterback. He's probably not going to play this season, I don't think. Christian Barmore probably gets it done. The defensive line probably gets it done with Christian Barmore and Ronnie Perkins, but it's just truly underwhelming. This 4th round running back, is he going to pan out to anything? Trey Nixon, 7th round, wide receiver. How tall is he? If he's not like over 6'1", what is the point here? I just want to click on Trey Nixon. Here we go. 6 feet. So, really underwhelming here. What's Ramon Stevenson? He's a 6-foot running back. That's pretty good. I do like that. But at the end of the day, no real playmakers here. No real big name hitters that we're like, oh my God, what a great pick. Mac Jones at 15, I think he's the worst of the quarterback class, honestly. So I think this is a real underwhelming draft here. Hopefully Bill Belichick can make these defensive players work, and the returning defensive players that opted out of 2020, hopefully they can kind of get right back on track. But real underwhelming here. Still nothing great. No big names that we should be afraid of. And I'm giving the Patriots a C, folks. An honest C. Nothing great. Mac Jones, if he pans out to be good, congrats. But I truly don't see it, honestly. So we're giving the Patriots a C. So to recap, we give the Bills a B+. I really want to change that, but they didn't need anything. So it's not like they needed to be kind of heavily graded anyway. I was just a little disappointed that they weren't more aggressive for a running back, but honestly, they still got Devin Singletary. So gonna give the Bills a B+ just because they didn't really need anything. Dolphins a B. We got some nice pieces, but the defensive end of the 18th pick better pan out well, Brian Flores. And then the Jets an A+, absolutely magnificent there. Offense, defense, they got everything. And then the Patriots a C. So that's how we kind of start off our ranking of the draft, of the 2021 draft, giving every team a letter grade, starting with the AFC East. We'll be back with a new division tomorrow. So that's going to do it for us today. Thanks for tuning in. Thanks for watching. We're back live tomorrow, live noon Eastern, doing it all again, looking at maybe the AFC North, AFC East, or AFC West, AFC South. We'll see which one we do. But that's what we've got on the show tomorrow. Thanks for tuning in. Thanks for listening. And hopefully you can make some money with that Money Maker extravaganza tonight. Alrighty, folks.